Hava, Hava, na 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 na. Honestly, really catchy. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I've heard an Arabic song, but I think I might have that. Like in terms of songs, the Jews might be up one.
I wouldn't be surprised if they stole that song.
Well, they stole something that's worth stealing.
Stole many things, many things. But
yeah,
what's the biggest one? Do you think it was that song? Or
I think
do you
the
think
song.
it was the land. I think
how much is Palestine land worth anyway?
Oh, like $2.50.
well, now that they've taken it, it's worth a lot. There's beautiful beaches and they're safe.
They actually made a really good capital gains on it because one day they just walked in and it was theirs.
Start from zero.
It was actually really inspiring. I heard that the one bad thing was Robert Kiyosaki did say, well, actually, since there's no cash flow.
That's going to be such a niche joke that I don't even know if anyone's going to understand that.
No, tons of our audience know Robert Kiyosaki.
Rich Dad Poor Dad.
He's the guy who invented the Kawasaki motorbike.
Yeah. If you guys know Robert Kiyosaki, let us know. I'm keen to know. I feel like a couple of people would.
If you know him, tell us what you think about cash flow.
I don't think they will. I think as far as personal finance goes, I don't think that's our target demographic.
I think it's like the Bible. A lot of people have seen Rich Dad Poor Dad. You know, it's in hotel rooms, it's on bookshelves. No one's actually read it.
That's true.
Oh, I mean,
I don't think
a couple of people have read it.
I don't think the Pope has read fucking the Bible because it's so boring.
It's just making shit up as it goes.
It's literally like 3 lines. It's like Joseph went to the fruit basket. There was no fruit. He turned around and now there was. He said, "Thanketh thy Lord. You're a good cunt."
To be fair, it's like don't tell someone to do something that's not part of your job. As a priest, you've got 2 jobs. First one, teach prayer. Second one,
fuck kids. That's said from a Catholic. My early years were kind of rough.
Wait, so you were raised Catholic?
No, not really. I'm raised Catholic how most people were raised Catholic. You had to go to religious services when you had a religious relative in town, but aside from that, they didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, no, I'm just surprised because most people I knew like growing up and stuff were raised Christian, including me.
Yeah.
Like just in like our area that we grew up in.
It's because my folk come from Irish stock and the Irish hate the Protties.
Oh, yeah, fucking
fought a war over it.
Did you have the like the pedo water on your head when you were born?
They did piss. Yeah, it was a bit of a golden shower. It was actually quite refreshing. You know, it was cold. It was a cold September day. They pissed. It was warm.
Okay.
Yeah,
we've had this conversation. I don't think it's weird to have holy water like splashed on your head.
Okay, she's a 10, but she wants to baptize your kids.
She's a 9.
How religious is she?
Doesn't matter.
Because baptize is like the most basic.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
No one even gives a fuck.
Oh, I don't know if I want pedo water on my kid, bro.
Okay.
Would you take your
Aaron,
kid?
Yes.
This is a suitor for your daughter.
Okay.
Right? You've got a daughter.
Yep.
He's a 10, but she's going to be one of 4 wives.
Dude, he's a fucking 0.
He's 0.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's a 10.
He's a 10, but he can't eat beef. He can't eat pork.
He's going to look after her.
He ain't going to look after shit. He's going to say, next. Woman, come here. I think we're forgetting we're not on Patreon right now.
Yeah.
We delve right into race.
Oh, by the way, shout out to the Patreon.
Shout out to the Patreon.
Yeah, check it out if you want to
hear
this type
I'm
of
not going to
stuff.
lie, more aggressive shit than that.
Yeah.
Over there.
Very much so.
We kind of let things fly out there.
I've got something that it might be a little bit offensive. Might be good for the Patreon.
That doesn't stop you before. Let's go.
But something I don't understand, maybe you can help me understand this. I don't get why the
Yes,
phrase...
Jews are people.
No, well, hold up.
Okay, guys, we need to switch between normal and Patreon. We need to make
This week it's going to be a role reversal. It's going to be the normals and Patreon and the Patrons are normal.
So I don't understand how the expression little people is less offensive than dwarf.
No, I agree. 100%.
If you called me a little person, bro, I wouldn't be happy.
Because it opens up all these possibilities to be like, all right, well, if you wanted to gender the term, like, you know, man, woman, like tall guy, tall girl, would you say little guy, little girl?
Yeah,
it seems very offensive.
Little girl, little boy.
The thing is, the disease is called dwarfism, right?
Yeah.
Isn't so dwarf would be fine.
Little
I thought
people.
but I thought midget would be the one that's not okay.
I still would argue that little boy is worse.
Okay,
than,
little boys, we're getting even worse than fucking little man.
What about tiny guy?
Yeah,
I don't understand how they're less offended by that. But
It's like, I feel like every generation takes the word that was used against them away to try and like weaponize it. So like people used to call retards spastics.
Oh yeah.
Because spastic, like if you were spasticated or some shit like that, I think that's the word. it meant like, you know, you're fucking retarded.
Yeah.
And then they were like, no, you can't say that. And then retard became the next thing. Like, oh, you're mentally retarded. So then everyone started calling themselves, calling their friends retards. When they're just acting slightly silly.
Yeah.
And then
Silly.
they're like, oh, you can't say that anymore. And so now it's like, what, like mentally challenged? And soon you're going to be like, mate, are you fucking challenged?
Right.
And they're like, stop.
I'll tell you what, you know who have done a similar maneuver to African Americans where they like took over control of that offensive word?
What's that?
They're transgenders. Like, who would like to be called
Transgenders
a
are saying the N-words?
no, who would like to be called a they? Imagine if like, oh yeah, they did it. Like, oh, whoa, hold up.
Mm.
But now they're calling themselves they, them.
Yeah,
Like,
but they're not
how did
calling
that happen?
other people as a form of an insult.
Yeah, but they're saying, yeah, call me they. Like, that's like, holy shit.
Here's
bro,
the thing.
What?
When we
Next
grew
level,
up,
you that?
they're giving them their own nicknames, kind
Yeah,
of.
they're taking back power.
when
Look at
we
him, bro.
when we grew up, gay was used as like an insult
Yeah.
around the schoolyard. You know what I mean? You're just like, oh, that's so gay. And I mean, like, that's like kind of annoying or that's stupid or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Is the new one for the next generation being like, bro, that's so they.
That's so
Like, bro, that's so them. Fucking hell.
That's pretty them.
Yeah.
Talk about fucking little guys
Yeah.
and girls. Don't discriminate here. I was doing something called Quirtle, which is like techie Wordle for losers.
Yep.
Horrible.
Where you have 4 words you're guessing at once. You got 9 guesses, right?
Yeah.
And one of them turned out to be the word midge. M-I-D-G-E.
Yeah, fuck.
Please tell me that's a nickname for midgets.
So I looked it up. And first of all, fuck off, Quirtle.
Yeah,
You're
it's
giving
like-
us like alternate spelling. Like instead of having like, fuck.
But okay, midge, I think it's like a little bit of something. It's like, oh, it's a little midge.
No, see, that's the
that's
thing.
smidge.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
smidge.
they're both the same.
So Wordle will have these goofy, like they'll have alternate spellings that no one's used since the 1800s, right? Where it's like, it's an R, it's a word that usually would start with an R, but they've added a W.
Yep.
And it's like, technically you can say it. But so I look up midge and the number one definition, the formal definition is a small cluster of like a specific type of flies. So I'm like, seriously,
nah.
fuck off with that. And then the informal message was a small person.
Oh, really? I like that. I'm going to start using that. Fucking midge.
Get up, midge.
What do you guys reckon is the max height that you can be to be called like a midget? Would it be like 5'10"?
It depends what phone case you have.
Depends what phone.
That's what really matters.
That's the thing. A 5'5" guy with a big phone case. Oh,
Oh.
6'5".
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if you
Which
were
would
six-
suck.
Yeah, it would suck.
But
6'5" energy.
If you were 6'5", but with a shit phone case, what does that make you? That makes you a midge.
7-inch dick.
That makes you a midge, bro. If you got a shit phone case.
The thing is, having a shit phone case is the equivalent of having like, I don't know, cancer of the penis. People are gonna be careful.
That's the thing.
Probably, right?
Anyway,
People are gonna be afraid.
So what do I do?
Is that too aggressive? I don't know. Can we say that on an ad read?
What,
This is a public podcast, guys. Fuck.
what do you do if you've got a shit phone case?
I don't know. I've been pondering this idea for a long time, and all I've come up with is kill yourself, jump off a bridge, maybe you'll die. Who knows? Might be repeating one or the other. But like, I haven't got any.
Only there's a third option.
Oh,
Is
there
there a third option?
There's a third option.
So there's a website. Puppy list.
Is that one of those hentai websites you won't send us?
What the fuck?
Somewhat, because this website gives you the ability to change your phone case design, and you could put hentai on it.
Really?
Jesus,
Yes.
really?
So
I know I'm
custom
getting Basil
designs,
for Christmas.
custom designs supported by local artists. Basil's a local artist in the hentai drawings.
Oh shit!
They also have flex offering,
Fucking full
flum
flex.
proof for all the
Damn.
semen that is produced when watching hentai.
That is good because if you think about it, when are you holding your phone case? When you're jerking off?
Exactly.
Because
Never-
not everyone's an
never any
Aaron
other
who
time.
jerks off at a computer screen. You
You
know?
need a good grip
You do need a good grip.
on both hands.
Luckily for you, it's full flex.
Oh shit! And
Ooh.
it's also
That means-
20% off if you use the link below.
No way.
You're
Yes,
fucking
sir.
with me. I thought only Aaron knew about it. Wait, when did you find this out?
I'm in on it.
I'm starting to think they're working a deal behind my back.
Luckily, Puppy, this is a sponsor of this podcast. Feel free to check out their cases and get some hentai cases, boys.
Click the link, lads.
Oh, have you guys ever seen someone whose bottle?
Imagine if these ads got approved. Like they had to go through an approval
It's
process.
like, for people who didn't know, we had Manscaped ad for a while. And I swear to God, every podcast was like an hour 20 because the Manscaped ad had to get cut down so much. Because like at the start, we were trying to be professional, but they had so many talking points we had to go through
Yeah.
that we're just like, fucking hell, you flub a word, you got to restart, all this gay shit. And like towards the end, we'd be like, bro, the fucking product sucks. Like we advertising like we give a fuck. This is so gay.
I still truly believe it's a good product, but I seem to be the only one on Milk Bucket.
Truly believe it?
I truly believe it.
Oh,
They
yeah,
betrayed us.
Me too. I truly
Oh,
believe it.
That must suck.
No, I love the
merch
channel.
idea. Merch idea. Should we get should we get a t-shirt, right? Like black t-shirt with a white outline of, like those things where they measure height?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a police
Like a
thing,
ruler.
and it be 6'5".
I love it.
And so it's just like a bunch of cunts. Like I think the only one who's close is Fantas to like 6'4" or something like that. Just wearing a shirt that says 6'5".
I love that. That's actually so funny.
Aaron, real question:
Yes.
when you were in your days of jerking at the computer screen,
Yes.
was there ever a time, like if you were doing nofap or something like that, where it actually hit the computer screen?
No, because I use the old tissue technique.
Oh, but it goes through it sometimes.
Oh yeah, but that's when
I've had
you.
that.
get
I
an
thought
extra
no
layer.
nut was meant to go through walls.
Oh yeah, dude, no nut. There's
You can
no
see through
saving
walls.
that.
Yeah.
You can see through walls.
Is it true that when you do a no nut, your dick gets so big you can use it like a pole vault and get over fences?
You're literally Tigger bouncing
believe
up
it
and
or
down.
not, believe it or
tail.
not, it's true.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, is it true that a guy actually once went to jail for murder because he did no nut for 60 days, and when he fucked his girl, the semen went straight out through her head?
Wouldn't be surprised, man.
High powered.
I heard that is true.
There's people out there with like 1,000-day streaks.
Yeah, they're called virgins.
1,000
No
day.
nutting. No nutting for thousands of days. My Reddit, I haven't reset it. It's like 2,000 days. So I have a suspicion that these are people that haven't actually done it. They've just like left it running.
Wait, are you on the NoFap Reddit?
Yeah.
No
fuck
nut
yeah.
Reddit.
Fuck yeah, bro.
You are.
Oh.
I did it
Fucking
seriously.
hell.
Come on.
I'm kind of curious. I want to go on it.
It's pretty good. It's very motivating.
Okay, how often do you see people posting tribute fucking videos after they finally complete it?
Dude,
And it's just drenched.
Although I've got to say, like it's a really weird mix of motivational quotes, but they add in no nut somehow. So it'll have like a CEO. It's like, live your dreams. Don't be in the dream of others. Hold it in. Semen retention.
Bill Gates, when it feels hard, just keeps pushing because at the end it'll all be worth it.
It's true though. The end of NoFap, it really is worth it.
Man, okay.
I'm sure it is, guys.
I don't want to change the tack here.
That
boys,
sounds
but
sick.
I had this teacher back in it was in a different country actually. So I was there just for a couple of weeks and we went to school
Oh yeah.
to learn Arabic. And when I was there was this teacher and they had the kettle in the room because they love tea so much. And this teacher would fucking put the tea bags in the kettle and then I put the tea bags in the kettle, boil it.
Do you reckon she was doing it to get back at the United Kingdom for splitting up all the countries in Arabia?
No, bro, I don't know. This
Fuck
guy,
you.
so it was a guy actually. He had the fattest mustache you've ever seen, bro. Imagine Hitler times 3.
Oh shit.
There's 3 of those fucking fat ass, like thick ass mustaches, right? If you think a Latino is thick, nah, this mustache. Man would boil his tea in the fucking kettle.
Interesting. So did he just have one tea bag or how
No,
many?
like 5 or 6.
Oh shit.
Yeah, 5 or 6.
Efficiency.
And he was like Egyptian as well, so they like their tea really strong. So he would put them in there in the beginning of the day, and as you would have more and more teas, you just keep boiling it.
Honestly, he may be onto something.
Bro, fuck that, man. It was the worst taste. And you put the sugar in there as well.
He put sugar in
Put
his
the
tea.
sugar in the kettle.
Who puts sugar in tea?
Yeah, that's pretty
You
random.
guys don't put sugar in tea?
No.
Fuck me. I don't even know who I'm doing this podcast with anymore.
I think that's not normal.
Put sugar in tea?
Yeah,
You have never had like boba?
that's fake tea.
It's pretty shit though.
I love
Gotta
it,
say.
though.
I hate boba.
I
Boba's
love
so
it.
crash.
I had it once and it was fucking
It's because you don't have
mid.
any Asian in you.
Okay, the best.
Bro, I have so much Asian in me. I fucked an Asian guy last week.
Oh, God.
Well, he fucked you.
Yeah, I mean, look,
Yeah.
I was a power bottom. At what point does the girl fuck you?
Amazonian style.
What is that? She gets a spear and she goes, woo! Fucking
You know
jumps
the
in your ass.
Amazonian position?
No, what's that?
When the girl fucks you. Like she's on top and you got your legs up.
Oh, and
she's
she's
in
thrusting
there.
into
Yeah,
the
she's
dick.
thrusting
Bro,
into
that shit's so interesting when you say It's like, I've never seen a girl who's got like proper fucking hip strength like that. You know?
I don't know if I've seen that.
You ever seen it on like Reddit or Pornhub?
Should we like
send it to you
pause it
later,
real
bro.
quick, the podcast, so we can do some research?
Whack it on the widescreen.
Right, everyone, 3, 2, 1.
And we're back.
We just came back from watching it. Aaron, what'd you think?
It was pretty good.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That was a fake break. I
we're
actually am
gonna-
going to watch it later.
If we're gonna do this, we got to do it right.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
So, Aaron, what'd you think?
I think functionally, none of us could do this because we all have super tight hips.
That guy was doing it mad gay, bro. He had his knees back behind his fucking head like a chick.
No,
Yeah.
that's how it is. That's what Amazon position is.
No, you don't have to fucking spread your asshole.
I'm not gonna lie, boys. I'd be down.
You
No, you gotta
literally
try
would not be able to
things.
do it.
Yeah, no, I think I could with a bit of yoga.
That's not enough. That
do
man
it.
was fucking all the way back.
What you got to do is firstly you do a 3-week yoga course.
It's a lot of prep
Bikram style.
for a solid 20 seconds of. That was okay.
Then you take prep.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's more on the chick performing than you. Because you just got to hold those legs back. She's got to actually like have the dexterity to do shit.
Yeah.
The,
And I
the
think
other thing is
most
that,
chicks aren't built for that.
well, the other thing is that whenever there's a position where the girl is dominant, they very often do not take charge. Like they don't go with it. They don't really put the full effort in.
Yeah,
it just
sure.
doesn't work out.
Yeah.
You know what? And that's just that ruins the vibe.
Yeah.
Here's what it is.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of Andrew Tate?
He's a bit annoying. I've seen
He's the guy who said, if you don't have $1 million
I love
by
him.
30, you're not a real man.
That man is my spirit animal.
I got a bottle of
like
water.
him? Yeah, I love him. It's
why is
so
that?
entertaining.
I'm not gonna lie, I started off by hating him, and the more he talks, the more I'm like, I kind of get where he's
Don't
coming
you
from.
remember? Yeah, I remember you showed a video and I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. It was the most retarded thing ever, but it made sense.
There was something he said, which
It's like, if you're not a millionaire by 25, you're a failure. I was like, yeah, okay.
You're
I'm
not
a
a
millionaire
man.
by
Yeah.
25.
I was
something
like
like
30
that.
or something,
Yeah.
but still. But it was so funny. He said, he even admitted it's a bit crazy. He's like, oh, maybe I'm crazy. Who knows? But I saw this guy and he had a bottle of water and he was just holding it. He just had a sip and kept holding it. And I'm like, bro, why the fuck do you got the bottle of water? And he's like, I don't know, I was thirsty. It's like, yeah, but when I get a bottle of water, I buy it, give him the money, take it, open it, drink it all, throw it in the trash. I've got to go out there and make money. I love it. Got it. I like him. I'm not gonna lie.
He's got a point. Why are we fucking holding a water bottle just around, drinking it all day? Just drink it in one go and be done with it.
Did you see the video that was so me? It was so me and Baz on this pod. It was like him and his brother. It's like there was a guy who got drifted out to sea and had to swim 200 kilometers to the nearest shore. And the brother's like, I could do that easy. It's like, yeah, me too. And I'm like, that's what 100% me and Baz like, nah, fucking who cares? I'll do it.
I saw a clip of if you asked me who Andrew Tate was yesterday, I wouldn't know.
Oh, really?
Literally just before this podcast, I watched a TikTok of him. And is he the one that has all the girls on the podcast as well? And then he like roasts them and they roast each other?
That's a different podcast called Fresh and Fit. But
Yeah.
he was like, was he sitting in the middle with the glasses on?
I don't know. I don't know what he was sitting like.
Well, anyway, he's been on that podcast a lot and he always like trash talks and stuff.
Ah, okay. I wonder if it's still up. No, it's not. Yeah, but he was essentially someone like made fun of him for being white. He pulled up a picture of his dad who's black.
Yeah.
He's just like, yep, by the way.
He's so sick.
And then she shut the fuck up.
He's kind of a sick cunt. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I'm glad he's grown on you.
Yeah.
He doesn't sound like that. He sounds like a bit of a dickhead.
Yeah, he's a dickhead, but it's entertaining.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
like watching Joffrey.
How
Yeah.
does he advocate
Conor
for people to
McGregor.
make money? Is he like an e-commerce guy? He sounds like one.
I don't think he sells anything, does
No,
he?
he does.
Oh,
I
he
think he
does?
sells like get rich plans.
Oh, that's so sad.
That's the thing. He's got got this fucking Bugatti,
Yeah.
or he says he does,
I got 2 Bugattis.
and he's talking about like it's so weird because he's got this weird like Philly accent, and his brother's like English. I'm like, you guys don't look that old. Like, why has one got one got the other?
Yeah.
Anyway, he had this Bugatti and he was explaining like how he got it or whatever, and how there's like 60 of them in the world or some shit, and like when they go on sale, you know, you got to go through this massive process, and chances you're going to get
Of a
a
Bugatti
solo.
on sale.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right.
And so he was saying like, yeah, he could convince the guy by saying like, what would you rather have some sheik fucking keep him in his garage and never use it, or like have me drive around on the street, you get to see the car, all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, doing for what it's meant to do. But I'm like, I think the Bugatti Chiron goes for like 2 mil.
Yeah.
This guy's got to have actual bread, or he's a scam artist like Ty Lopez.
Yeah.
And I was at first thinking like, damn, I mean, fair play to him. He's got a lot of money. And then I started thinking, shit, is this another typical, I'm going to make money by pretending I already have it and selling courses?
I
Yeah,
think
but
so, man.
At least he's
Sounds like it.
entertaining. Ty Lopez is kind of boring and cringe.
The knowledge was a pretty good meme though.
Yeah, he made one video that blew up.
Standing here, my Lamborghini.
Yeah.
I love to fun to drive around the hills. But what I love most is actually right behind them is books. Books give you knowledge.
I wonder if most of Gen Z even understand the reference anymore.
Ty
Yeah,
Lopez,
it's been
they're nice.
ages. But he was
been
all
a long
over
time.
fucking ads.
The fact that
Yeah.
people remember his name still shows how good his marketing was.
Yeah, but like our generation remembers. We're just off the cuff of millennial.
Yeah. To be fair, 3-syllable full name. Can't go
Yeah,
wrong. with that.
yeah.
3-syllable
I
full
wonder
name.
if it's a fake name.
That's crazy.
I wonder
Oh,
if-
probably.
Who are the most successful people and how many syllables are in their name? Let's see if we fall into
Robert
Bill Gates.
Kiyosaki. Bill Gates got 2 syllables.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. It's Jeff
Elon
Bezos.
Musk.
3 syllables. Elon Musk. 3 syllables.
Yeah.
What about Elon Musk?
Also 3 syllables. Jesus. I've got a question for for you guys, for the high schoolers that are in this, and maybe
Yeah.
the primary schoolers.
Okay.
Top skincare.
Primary school.
What would be your best excuse to not have your homework done?
Do you mean by parents or by
No,
your teacher?
Let's do both.
Okay, so what I used to do in primary school was I'd bring the homework home and say like certain parts were optional.
Oh,
And then my parents found out like 2 months later in parent-teacher conference, and I got in so much trouble
optional.
because I had so much unfinished homework.
Do you think your parents felt like they were retards when they were like,
Probably.
optional?
Yeah.
He's 5 years old. There's no optional. He's got to spell all the words correctly. You can't just do
Probably.
cat, dog, and give up on duck.
Oh, man. What about you, James?
I think I always just took it on the chest and got fucked up for it. Like
Oh,
detentions
man.
and stuff. Like I don't even know if I came up with excuses like that. I was just trying to get people's notes before class.
Yeah, I reckon you get notes. before
I don't think
class.
I ever did homework from like year 8 onwards.
Same.
Oh shit! How?
It was really bad. In maths in year 12. So I like did a high level math in year 11 and got fucked in the ass, like one of those black.com videos. Or like the Amazonian things, like it was rough. Like I was getting warnings. They were saying like you're scoring too low. And it's because like I would rock up, buy my muffin from the canteen, sit down in
chocolate
class. Yeah, chocolate milk as well. And I would just play like a game. It was like this ninja game on your phone, like a Street Fighter kind of game on my phone the entire class. And I remember one time I'd gotten the answer right of a question because my mate before the test had told me like, oh, there's this trick for this type of question.
Oh yeah.
And I just wrote the answer and it was like a 2-mark question and she gave me no marks. And I'm like, wait, why'd you give me no marks? I got the answer right. And she's like, oh, well, you didn't have any working. And I'm like, yeah, but it's a 2-mark question, one for answer, one for working. He's like, no. You have to get the working in order to get the marks. I'm like, well, what's the mark breakup? And she's like, 1 mark for the answers, 1 mark for the question. I'm like, I got the fucking answer, you dumb cunt. And like, it was so funny because this bitch she must have hated herself. She got the worst group of kids ever. It was like, our mate Ollie, me, fucking Maddie L, with the kid. Like all these people be like, fuck off, miss, that's right. I got it myself and I was like, just yelling like half jokingly, but also like, yo, I got it fucking right, you cunt.
Wait, so how did you get away with not doing homework from year 8?
So, I just get in trouble a lot, but but like I always did good enough in tests that I was like never that much of a problem. But it was so funny.
Nice.
Well, in year 12, I moved down to like general maths, which is like
Easy math.
yeah, essentially.
Quick maths.
And I would never do homework, but I was like top of the grade in it and stuff. And the teacher would be like, "Oh, James, do your homework?" I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm not going to do the fucking Pythagoras theorem. And at first he was like, James, you kind of have to do this. And after a while, he just gave up and didn't even bother asking me.
Oh, because you're just killing the exam.
Yeah.
My next question is, and you kind of touched on it now, what do you reckon is the best way to pass exams easily?
Ooh. It really depends on the subject, I feel.
Why don't we go through the core subjects like math, English, science?
Yeah. So like math, English, science. I feel like it's kind of similar for all of them.
I think with math exams, it's really important to know like the bare minimum of multiple topics rather than know one topic really well.
Yeah.
Because you can get partial marks for working out.
Yeah.
You're
whole
right.
exam.
You're 100% right. Because I would have, this was in engineering, fucking school or whatever, but I would have questions where I know for a fact I will not get the answer right.
Yeah.
Because it'll be like you do steps 1 to 8, and then from 8 you have to choose the right equation. And if you get it wrong, you're gonna get the rest of the question wrong.
Yeah.
But I like figured out in my because like I was very big on like gamifying the whole thing, like just essentially figure out how can I do the least work and still get a decent result.
Yeah.
And so I would like figure out, okay, if I get to this question, I'll get 80% of the mark, and then I'll just guess one of them. Maybe I'll get it right, maybe I won't, but I'll still get 80% of the mark.
Yeah.
And I would just learn that percentage. Didn't even bother trying to figure out how to do this one, and then just go on to the next question.
Yeah.
But like honestly, it's like repetition. To be
Yeah.
honest. Like I never
reckon-
studied, but it would be good if you did.
I reckon if you've got like fucking 50% confidence, like you're really fucked and you're 5 minutes before the exam, the key thing is, and Aaron's going to disagree with me here, if you've got 50 questions in the exam, you don't do question 1 first, then question 2, then question 3, and work your way up to 50.
No, I agree to an extent.
So I reckon what you do is you whiz through the exam in the first like 5 minutes. Like you just have a quick squiz. You see what you can do, like put a little X on anything that will take you, that you can quickly do. That'll probably be like the 50% that you know. And then don't worry about the other ones and just try your best to work through them.
If you're talking about multiple choice, 100%.
Yeah.
I think you're like, because people get caught up on something that they kind of know.
Yeah.
And they'll spend 4 minutes on a multiple choice when you should have only spent a minute and a half or whatever.
And
So literally, if you don't know for 100% the answer in the first 30 seconds, I always just went on to the next one.
Move on.
And I never I would write up to the last second, but I would never not finish an exam.
Yeah.
The other thing is if you got multiple choice and long answers, do the long answers first because you can't guess long answers, but you can guess.
Ooh, I don't know.
I disagree with you on
Yeah.
that one because I feel like I can always get through multiple choice. I would leave the ones that I can't answer, obviously, but I would go through all the ones I can answer because it's like easy marks.
Yep.
But what I would do is the first thing I always do with like an exam question, it's usually like 50% of the multiple choice, or maybe 20% multiple choice, 30% short answers, then the long cunt, the big essay or whatever. That's like another 50%. The first thing you do, flip over to that thing, read the question, maybe write down some of the quotes you remembered if it was like history or fucking English or something like that. And that way they're there and you're pondering the question while you're answering the other one. So then you have an idea of how you start.
It's a good idea.
I'm not gonna lie, this conversation is making me miss studying.
Fuck that. I don't miss that
Fuck
shit
that
at all.
so much.
I don't miss that shit at all, bro.
Yeah, but the reward of getting a good mark.
Oh no, I fuck that reward, bro. I'd much rather the real life reward of getting paid for doing good work. I'll take that any day.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Fair
Yeah,
argument.
It was a good feeling when you did well. I'm not
Yeah.
going to lie. I didn't feel it, I think, I did all right in year 8 and then I bombed every other year in high school, like year 7, year fucking 9, 10, 11. In year 11, I got like, you had these things called N warnings.
Yeah.
Which is
And
not
awards.
a racist thing. But it's on the third
Warning,
time
I'm about to
they
say the N-word.
On the third time, they take you to a black neighborhood and make you say the word. It was really bad. But no, so like, I think, if you get 3 of them or something like that, then it's like proper serious. You might get suspended. It looks bad on your application or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think I realized that to get into Macquarie University and do engineering, you only need an 88er. I'm like, I can fucking get an 80. That's fine. And then I literally did such a switch. Like from year 11 to year 12. I still didn't study every day or do homework or whatever, but I just like started studying a week or 2 before an exam rather than not doing anything and like winging it,
Changes the game.
It really does.
2 weeks can change your fucking... That's so much time. 2 weeks if you do something every day.
Still to this day, if I have 2 weeks to prepare for something, it feels like, Jesus, I'm really early.
Yeah, you
While
got so
Aaron's
much
like
time.
doing this. Aaron did this course. I don't know if we can say the name of it, but it's like...
You can say it, I don't care.
So it's a CA?
CFA.
CTA.
Oh my gosh.
Aaron did the CTA.
That's a difficult one.
Oh,
really
okay,
hard.
I only got a 92% pass rate.
92% pass rate.
That's it. Only 92%.
Anyway, so when Aaron did the CTA, he was like stressing out and studying for like 8 months. He would be like, "Oh, bro, I can't come out to your granddad's funeral because I'm gonna study." And it's like, "When's the test? Is it
fucking
next
2
week?"
years.
He's like, "It's not next week. No, sorry, it's in 6 months' time."
He had a 22% pass rate.
No, don't worry about it, bro. It's on
2
the
in
house.
every 10 pass. The shit was hard. But yeah, I do go over and beyond for studying. That's because I don't like the feeling of not knowing something in the exam. I need to make sure I know everything. Otherwise,
You
I
say
get
that
too
like, oh, bro,
It's just my
I love
entire-
the feeling of not knowing half
No,
the
no,
exam,
well,
bro.
no. What I mean
So
is,
good.
people definitely way more comfortable. Otherwise, if you weren't, you just study more.
Yeah, but it's like if you're not happy, if you're depressed, you just be happy.
Nah, it's so different to that. Because depression is a chemical imbalance in your brain. Not
Yeah.
knowing something is purely because you're lazy and didn't want to study.
No, but Aaron, think about it. If you like dick, you would go for guys, but some guys go for lady boys. They're trying to go like
I think that's
halfway
a
in.
chemical imbalance in the brain.
Oh, yeah.
Like a lady boys.
That's
Not
transphobic.
yeah.
I bet you don't have your pronouns on your signature.
Fuck off.
I bet you don't.
I don't.
With that, knew it.
Do you not have your pronouns?
No, dude.
You must be
Fucking
a-
bigot.
You guys don't have pronouns in your
Bro,
Instagram.
I have so many pronouns.
What
I got so many.
I'm collecting.
I got them all.
They're like Pokemon cards to me.
General Grievous with the lightsabers, but with pronouns.
what's your star sign?
Virgo.
Oh, it shows.
I would love to see you do that to a girl, like as a gentle tease. Like, oh, you a Sagittarius? Like, no, I'm a Cancer. It's like, oh, that explains it all. And then just walk up and watch you be like, wait, what? Moon God, have I failed you?
Moon God.
I did
How
that
many
to-
times do you guys howl at the moon?
Fucking
You
when it's
guys
in
love it,
retrograde?
don't you?
When it's in retrograde or normal?
When it's rising. Isn't that a thing?
Okay, it's every day.
Yeah,
Fucking
it's something like
Saturn
that.
rising or
I
something.
don't know very much about it. I keep telling you.
You know everything
But
about
I
it,
know
Aaron.
enough to hold a conversation.
But I did that to all my work friends. I was like, "Oh, what star sign you are?" Oh, that explains it all. And then we really got into it, like to the minute they were born, and they all fucking full on believe that I'm super into star signs now.
It's honestly a really good power move.
Yeah.
Shout out, Hamish and Andy. What star sign are you? Oh, that explains it all.
Should we submit that one?
Should we? Yeah, let's do it.
Milk
Should we
Butter
rip
Podcast?
off their concept and say what are the best power moves right now?
That is one of my favorite ones. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of fucking power moves, I'm not sure if I brought this up, but you guys know my handshake that I used to do.
We all
Yes.
know it, yeah,
Yes. So it's
yeah. That is an actual power move.
no, but I got it reversed on me. So what it is?
It's also assault.
It's not assault. It's when you grab, you go for in a handshake and you turn it.
You twist their hands.
Yeah,
so they're submissive.
counterclockwise. So yeah, it's like a submissive thing.
They can
But
submit to you.
one of the director or senior managers at work did it to me.
No way.
And I was like, holy shit, I know how it feels now. I feel like a
Whoa.
little bitch.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you go back to him the next
No,
time?
I didn't.
Did your lips pucker?
Like
you
my
spread the
butthole
bone?
opened up. I was fucking ready.
For cock. Guys, I got to clarify something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not all Uber drivers are retards, but fuck me, some of them are proper
You mean
spastic.
your Uber Eats driver?
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
not just him, just regular Uber drivers.
happened?
Oh really?
The other day, I was trying to get to work and I was running late. So I was like, fuck, I got to call an Uber. Right? It's like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So I get in the car and I'm like, oh yeah, mate, just running late for work. And normally people are like, yeah, okay, that's signal for let's drive fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just not break the speed limit.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Small smidge. And this guy, he's just sitting there, not going anywhere, right? Not moving a fucking muscle. And I'm like, oh yeah, mate. So if you just want to turn out here, it's that'll probably be best. You know, there's a bit of traffic. And he just kind of looks at me and he said, sorry. And he's just turning back from the front seat looking at me. He's like, sorry, what was that? And I repeat myself. And he's like, oh, sorry, I can't hear you. And he was like an old guy. So it's not like he's doing the, what'd you say?
Oh,
What
he
did you
wasn't trying to meme you.
And I was like, yeah, let's just go, mate. Let's just go. And I had to fucking rush the cunt. And this fucking asshole,
Yeah.
I think that's safe.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that's safe.
Okay,
Well, now it's not so safe.
Quack. But bro, he just took his time. You see, like I once had an Uber driver. I told him, yo, I'm running really late for work.
Yeah.
And this was an expensive Uber already. I think I was Ubering from like Waverton to Balgowlah, which is like a $40 Uber, you know?
Yeah, that's 2 hours salary.
This guy literally, I tell him now, he's like, oh, no worries, boss, I'll get you there no time. We're driving down this road called Military Road, which is notoriously busy on a Saturday morning because you're going to the beach. You know what I mean? It's not good. And this little cunt drives into the petrol station and starts trying to refuel. And I'm
Jeez.
like, mate, what are you doing? He's like, oh yeah, I just need to quickly fill up. I'm like, no,
way.
you don't. I'm paying for this. You're not fucking refilling on my thing. And I'm like, I'm shocked.
Yeah.
That this cunt would have the nerve.
So what did he say?
He was like, oh, it'll just take 2 seconds. I'm like, no, it's not 2 seconds of my money. Do it in
Yeah.
your own fucking time.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then he
that's
just said, oh, okay, and just drove out.
What the fuck?
And it's so funny because he wasn't like one of the little Uber drivers who's maybe a bit like nervous or whatever. He's like a relatively big guy, but he just got cucked out.
Jeez.
And the worst thing is, I felt like an asshole. Because admittedly, I was being an asshole, but
Yeah.
so was he.
Bro, that first time with the Uber driver not speeding. So in Vietnam, we were trying to get to the airport, right? And the airport's like an hour away. So we get an Uber. It's like $6, and like and we get
Who's
in there,
we?
and
Oh yeah,
I'm
who is
literally,
we?
we're literally an hour away. and
Aaron, were you there?
I wasn't there. Were you there?
I don't think I was there.
Who could the other person
I
be?
don't know. Was Housemates Chris there? No, wait.
No, he came on the podcast.
He was in the podcast. Who
could it
else
be?
was there?
So we're the airport was an hour away, right? And the flight was in an hour and a half. We were running hella fucking late, so we had to like check in and do all that shit like in the car. And I'm like, fuck, like we need to make that faster. And if it's an hour, like your speeding will save you maybe 15 minutes.
Okay.
Versus if it's a 20-minute ride, you'll save like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not really that much. And we're driving on like big roads, so you could really speed through them. So I pull out like 100,000 dong, which is like another $10, and I give it to him. And
Sorry, what?
Huh?
Their currency is dong?
Yeah, dong.
So when you walk up to the prostitute and says, you have a lot of dong?
Yeah.
It's like, I mean,
Dong.
yes.
Yeah. so I gave him 100,000 dong, and he looked at me confused. He's like, "Oh, why?" I'm like, and then I just go up to him and go, "Fast, fast."
Yeah.
And then the girl I was with, she's just like, "No, you can't do that." And then I was like, "Fast but safe." And he was like, "Oh, okay." He takes the money and zooms it. Really? He zooms it, bro. And the girl I'm with is just like freaking out. Holding his hand. We get there in 30 minutes, bro. 30
Half the
minutes
time.
we get there.
That's so fucking
That would be
zoomed
like,
his
say
way
hypothetically it was 50 k's per hour. He was going 100.
Yeah, it was about that. He was going about 110, 120, I'd say.
That's
Yeah.
fucked.
He zoomed his way through these highways.
Jeez. No, that's crazy. So anyway, about this girl. Who's
Yeah. I was waiting to say it as well.
Boys,
bro.
Roe V Wade was overturned.
Oh, wait. What?
Oh,
again?
yes.
Like overturned?
No, it never came back, Baz. You were wrong.
Wasn't the issue it was overturned?
Yes.
Yeah, so it got overturned again? Or
No, we have never spoken about it on the pod.
as in it's still illegal to get an abortion in the US?
Yes.
Oh, geez.
It never came back.
Oh, we haven't talked about it yet.
No.
Jeez.
Pretty spicy.
I mean, what do we guys think? I reckon, we're all pretty smart guys.
I'm
I reckon,
pro-life.
why don't we go, I'm pro-life as well. Wait, pro-life?
Yeah,
No,
pro-life.
Is that the good one? What is it?
That's
What's
like
that
the current one.
We're not sounding too smart,
The
boys.
American view.
Oh, no, I'm pro-killing babies. No, so I reckon, why don't we go through pros versus cons of abortions? Let's see, like, what do we think are the pros? Let's put our collective heads together and see, is it good, is it bad? Come to a consensus.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what are the pros?
Pros is that
Less crying on an airplane?
yeah, as in like the pregnancy is not much of a big deal. Like you have another. Oh,
Wait,
no, just processed. Like I don't know, it removes the scare of being pregnant.
True.
Like, you have the choice.
That is true.
Yep. You'll have more money in your pocket.
More money, that's a good one.
This discussion isn't not having a baby versus having a baby. It's if you get pregnant, do you have the right to kill it?
Yeah, but ipso facto,
Nah,
with
'cause you
with
can-
this ability, you have more
No,
money.
but you can not have a baby and not have an abortion.
How?
You can't have an
It's saying
abortion
if
if
you
you
got
don't have a
pregnant.
baby.
Yeah, no, don't make her pregnant. Like take other.
No,
birth
but
control.
there's
birth control.
accidents though.
No, you can control birth from the get.
If you're depressed, just try smiling. What do you mean? Things happen, bro. Haven't you seen Friends?
Yeah.
Condoms are only 98% effective.
Yeah.
This is my honest thought about it. I think that people should have the choice to do whatever they want. Like I'm pro-life, so I'm pro-choice. Sorry, but like for everyone. But personally, I would say like it's better not to kill a baby if you don't have to. Like if you can try to avoid it using birth control, I would prefer that option.
You
Okay.
never wear condoms, dickhead.
Yeah, but it's not.
You're just assuming the girl's going to
That's-
pay out the fucking money for the pill.
a condom is one, but then there's so many other methods of birth control.
Yeah, but that's the only one that guys have that guys use.
Oh, and
I don't see
pulling out.
you getting the snip.
pulling out, bro.
Would you
so
use
effective.
male contraceptives?
Yeah,
No, like the pill for male.
yeah,
For men.
probably.
Then do it.
It doesn't exist yet.
It does.
I think
No,
it
no.
does.
No, it doesn't exist, bro.
I think it
If
does.
it did, people would know about it.
No,
People
they
would
do
talk
know
about
about
it.
it. That's why girls
Women are
make such
always-
a big deal.
Yeah, exactly. It's because like so I think the argument of it is like women's pills have all these negative effects. And the guy pill has some negative effects as well, but it's like the women's ones seem crazy. Like it's like, they can get depressed, they can gain weight, they can get all this kind of shit. And they're like, why don't men just do it? And men are kind of like, I assume I'm just speaking on behalf of myself, but
Yep.
probably men. It's like, well, if I get pregnant, I don't carry it to term for 9 months. Whereas, so it means like the imperative kind of is on the person who has to do it, because it's like, yo, do you want to have this thing grow inside you and like potentially fuck up your body or whatever?
Yeah.
Like that's why, because you should never trust the other person 100%, because if you do, some foul shit can happen. And it's like, if you're relying on a guy who left his keys at the car at his house 10 times last week to take a pill every day.
Yeah.
What if he didn't and now you're preggers?
Yeah, so
it's like,
true.
So according to the NHS, at the moment, the two contraceptives methods available to men are 1, condoms, 2, vasectomy.
Really?
Google male birth control.
I have. That's what
Male
exact-
birth control pills.
It's literally what I Googled. Doesn't exist yet, bro.
Fact
Tell
check
that to feminists.
I know for a fact it doesn't exist yet. Otherwise, bro, can you imagine how big the marketing would be? Who wouldn't take that, bro? That's the best fucking gift ever. Like currently, apart from
No,
using
'cause it gives
condoms
you
and,
effects.
and condoms suck. No, that doesn't exist.
I don't
It's
believe
not
you.
been approved.
I've seen
Yeah,
feminists talk about
Give
it.
it a Google. Bro, currently, the only thing that's in your hand is the worst type of contraceptive, which is condoms. It's something that ruins the feeling. And / stops you from being able to do it if you don't stay hard with it.
Yeah, but often that's a fucking struggle for me.
a big struggle,
But like the pill is also like very bad. Like a lot of girls.
It's also really good though. A lot of girls take the pill without having sex.
they do it for acne and stuff.
Yeah, and they do it for like regulation. They do it for so many different reasons. Some people have negative effects with it, sure,
Yeah.
same as every drug.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what it does is it gives them like really big liberation.
Yeah.
If guys could take a birth control pill, I don't know who wouldn't.
But I feel like in today's society, it's more expected that the girl is on the pill than a guy having to use a condom.
Yeah, because a condom ruins it for both the girl and the guy.
I don't know if it ruins it for the girl.
For sure does, bro.
Like they say it's
No,
better
so
without it.
it is. It's in testing phases right
testing.
now.
Yeah.
And here are the effects currently: acne, headaches, mild erectile dysfunction, reduced sex drive, tiredness, weight gain.
As soon as you
For
said
guys.
erectile dysfunction, Baz and I just looked at each other.
Sounds great, bro.
So,
let's sign up. That'll make
Again,
sense. Like
that's the whole debate where it comes into like, should you rely on a guy who might forget to take it because he's clumsy or whatever, if you're the one who's going to have it in your body?
Bro, what I'm trying to say is if there is a male birth control pill with the same effects that the females get, I would 100% take it.
I would
no
take it.
question.
Some
in
of
my
the
gut.
female effects are fucked.
Yeah, I know, but the reason why is because like birth control was huge for women. It's I feel like it's a big factor on why they're able to like succeed so much in society now, like along with a million other things. Because suddenly, like having pregnancies is now in your hands. Like you can actively stop it. If I could do that, 100% I'd take it.
I mean, you can. It's
You
a
can.
condom.
You can wear condoms.
I pull out though sometimes.
Yeah, but that's not fucking nearly as effective.
Nah, it's close to. 100%.
I also don't believe that you're pro-life within your own situation. Like you wouldn't kill a baby if you like. What if you got a girl pregnant tomorrow?
Yeah, okay, well, it depends
You
on
ain't
a lot
raising
of
that kid.
factors. So you can be against something and then realize, okay, I've got to do this though. Like even though I'm
So it's like
against it.
hypocritical.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's not hypocritical. It's going against your like what is it called? Going
Beliefs,
against your
yeah,
beliefs.
Should
Yeah.
I
Critical.
Google the definition of hypocrite?
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to go against your beliefs, bro. Like say like if you, say for example, if
But
she.
you're saying something's bad, then continuing to do that thing.
The other thing is
It's
if-
literally
if
like
you
saying,
wanna-
I think murder is bad, and then you go out and kill someone.
Like for example, if you're pro-life but the girl wants to have an abortion, you got to go against your belief and go for that. You know, it's like it's her.
You're
choice
not
at the
going
end of
for
the
it.
day.
She's going for it.
Sure, but it's against your beliefs. You know, like
Yeah,
you
but she's
gotta-
going for it. You don't agree with it. You're standing true to your beliefs.
Nah,
You're saying,
not.
no, don't
'cause
do it.
The effect is still the same. Whether you go for,
How?
like just because you fought for something, if you lose it, doesn't mean that you're going. You're
I mean, I don't think like the guy really has that much say in whether she has the pregnancy or not.
Well, they
But
don't.
I'd be so much pro her.
they've got
not
zero
having the
legal
pregnancy.
say.
Yeah, or legal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they've got no say.
but like
Which is a
don't
whole
think,
other rabbit hole.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Hypocrite. A person who acts in contradiction to his or her stated feelings or beliefs. I think abortion's bad, goes out and gets abortion.
yeah, like at the
Definition
end of the day,
hypocrite.
at the end of the day, you're allowed your beliefs and you're allowed to go against your beliefs. You know, like in your circumstance, if you're against it, that's fine. But I would rather try to control it before the pregnancy happens as much as I possibly can.
But you don't do that. You don't wear condoms.
Yeah, but I assume that they're
So
on.
he's literally just not. He assumes.
oh,
when you
plus-
assume, you make an ass
No,
out
no,
of you
no,
and me
no,
and
no.
a kid.
So the other thing is that if the girl isn't on birth control, there's a
Yep.
good chance that I would use a condom.
You would.
There's a good chance.
Yeah, I don't.
I
believe
call
you.
Kizzle.
Or like
Yeah,
no, like
cap.
and in my past, that's kind of like mostly confirmed it. But the other thing is that like worst come to worst, if she isn't on birth control, for whatever reason, you can always pull out. You can always use a condom. You can always do so many other things.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So a girl comes over.
Yep.
You don't have a condom.
Yep.
She's not on the pill.
Yep.
What do you do?
Pull out.
This
Yeah, there
fucking
we go.
I
guy.
said that you can pull out.
This fucking guy. It's not contraceptive. Pulling out.
Yeah, but it does control birth to a reasonable level.
Not a reasonable level.
Yeah.
Like all your
You can
left
still
Not
get
if you
pregnant
pull
off
out
pre-cum.
5 minutes before jerking out,
so,
sure.
so the only thing that's left is pre-cum, and
Yeah.
pre-cum is like
If it's attached to different sperm
yeah,
cells,
well,
you can
it
get
can be.
pregnant.
Okay, so if you've already done round 1 and then now round 2, then pre-cum is actually really dangerous.
Fast.
Yeah,
You
but then
machine.
the first time pre-cum isn't nearly as dangerous as normal.
It's
sperm.
still dangerous.
and like when you look at how much you come from a load versus a couple of drops of pre-cum, and pre-cum is really like the shit sperm, like the leftovers that have survived fucking from 2 hours ago from
Yeah.
when we last jerked. It's like,
Baz is strict 6 times a day.
like it really doesn't. I feel like you have a really good chances by pulling out.
Yet many people get pregnant these ways.
Nah, I don't know how many do you know that pulled out.
Just look at the pregnancy stats. The population's growing.
but-
We're almost at 8 billion. There's a lot of people that are pulling out and failing.
Would you guys not take a birth control pill?
Nah, fuck that gay shit.
yeah, it would depend on the symptoms heavily.
Yeah.
Erectile. It's the second you mention erectile
Yeah,
dysfunction.
that's what
nah.
scares me. Because I want to
Go
get
on.
on that like hair peel thing to prevent hair loss, but
Yeah.
erectile dysfunction's the one thing that's stopping me.
Yeah, but then you get full sexual freedom.
Yeah, but you have no freedom because your dick doesn't work.
I would I reckon it's that's the thing. It depends on the severity of the ED. If the ED is bad, like nothing's getting it up, then okay, forget about it. But if it's just a little bit worse, like you have a lower sex drive, honestly, I could do with that. So I don't mind. I'll take that. I'll accept that.
Yeah, but you don't want a floppy disk.
Yeah.
I call cap. Also, like if you have to deal with the symptoms most of your time, but you forget the pill, so because like if a chick forgets the pill one day and then takes it the next day, it's like you're at risk now for like a week.
no,
yeah.
no. It's 2 days. If you miss 2 days, I think it is.
I don't know.
If you skip
I've
one
heard,
day,
I've heard
it
chicks
counts
say
for that.
this.
Every pill is different. And
Sure.
I think there's like 70 or 80 different types of pills.
Really?
The ones that my exes have been on have like they're okay to skip 1 day, but 2 days is not. You can't skip 2 days.
Yeah, I don't know.
Then you have,
I've
like,
heard
4
that
days.
it's bad. If you accidentally miss it, you're like in a danger zone. And it's like, what if a guy, like, how often are you guys strictly regimented when you've got like certain things? Like,
I'm very strict.
yeah, I can imagine Aaron doing it. I can't imagine Baz. Baz would wing it. He'd take
Yeah.
one in the morning,
Yeah.
one at night.
Yeah.
'Cause you
And you
gotta
get all
time
the
it as
effects
well.
without the benefit of it. And you
I
end
don't
up
know
getting a
how I
bitch
feel about
pregnant.
time and fucking pills, bro.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound right.
That's cringe.
But if you mix the male pill that reduces your sex drive with Tren, which which massively increases your sex drive. Maybe they balance out.
But then you'd have to have
Then you're bringing in
something
so
to
many
make your
bitches.
balls not small.
Yeah, wait. I
Oh,
thought
true.
a side effect of steroids is erectile dysfunction. So you may
I
be
think
really
that's when
horny,
you get
but-
off it.
Oh, when you get
When you
off
get off it and you're healthy, motivated, your test
You're
is
right.
super low.
It's because your test drops dramatically.
Yeah.
Right.
Test is super low.
That's why your balls shrink. It's because when you're getting all this artificial testosterone, your body starts thinking it's got an abundance, so it doesn't need to produce more, and your balls shrink. So you got to take like an extra pill to not have your balls shrink.
Oh,
afterwards.
so there is a preventative. There's a control.
yeah.
Although TRT, like the low dose of test, it actually doesn't reduce your ball size. It doesn't stop anything.
That's
of
because
your,
it just puts it to the natural limit.
yeah, it just puts it to a higher, comfortable human limit, so it keeps producing.
Yeah. What's cringe is like, if you're in the doctors and you're like, oh yeah, no, I know you said like a happy, normal 25-year-old is on this, you're 40 years old or whatever. But like, can you just put me to LeBron James or something like that at 18?
Yeah.
He's going to say no.
Yeah.
Like they're not
need
just
a
going
lot
to
of-
give it to you because you're a sick guy. Like,
You need a lot of convincing.
Yeah.
I reckon if you've got 3 or 4 tries, like if you go shopping a bit, I reckon you'll probably get it.
but what if you like? Doesn't public medical records go around? So it's like if you get a prescription, if you see
yeah.
like multiple people for it, they're like, "Oi, what are you doing?"
I'm
cunt?"
trying to get TRT.
Yeah, but then you're like,
This is
well, what
what
was
it
wrong
is.
with these two?
Yeah.
They said no.
Sick one. Look a brother up. I'm trying to fuck my girl. I'm 70 years old.
I'm sure there's some online questionnaire that'll get you like
Yeah, I'm
some
sure you can go to
TRT.
Thailand and get it off the counter.
just an on yeah, and it's really cheap as well. Like so, my mate at work has just gotten his like enough test for like a 3-month TRT cycle.
Oh.
Guess how much it costed him?
Was this legit though?
Yeah,
or is it
legit
black
stuff.
market?
It's
Okay.
Did you get it at the
black
gym?
market. No, black market.
It is black market.
Yeah.
So it's
Oh,
not
okay.
like-
It's not legit.
Yeah, no, but he's gotten like legit tests. Like,
But he's
got
not
the
doing
vials and shit.
TRT.
He's doing test at a TRT level
Why?
just because he wanted to do a cycle.
So he's not doing a cycle. What do you mean? A cycle isn't doing
I think-
TRT.
I
yet.
think
A cycle is
TRT
pumping it up.
I think TRT is 100 nanograms of whatever it is, or micrograms. I can't remember. And then, what's it called? Steroids level is like 1200 to 1500. Sorry, 1200 to 1500 nanograms, and he's doing 200 or 300. Like so, his is way closer to TRT level.
It's
But
still
it's-
over
but it's
TRT
not
level.
TRT.
Yeah, but it's over TRT. It's like when a young guy
TRT,
with
the idea is you're
gains.
meant to just be at a normal rate because
Yeah.
you're too low. Not you're meant to be an excelling human being.
Like his test would be fucking LeBron level, like 1500, 1400. It would be fucking high.
How's he feeling?
Well, I haven't spoken to him like in probably a week.
Okay.
But yeah,
Still alive.
how much do you reckon it costed for the 3-month cycle? And he's doing Deca as well, which is the edible one. Deca and test.
What's that?
So he is running a cycle.
Yeah, he's running a cycle.
He's not fucking doing TRT at all. He's just trying to get
He's
jacked.
running a low T cycle. Exactly.
It's not
He's-
even low.
he's
It's
already-
still 3 times the normal person.
He's already jacked. Like he's almost at his natty limit. It's the guy you've met.
Really?
Yeah. How much do you reckon it cost? 3 months.
I'm gonna say a rack.
Yeah.
I have no frame of reference, so I'll just say 800 because it's close to what you're
120
saying.
bucks.
Fucking hell.
What?
Fuck all.
This is black
Fuck
market.
all, bro. Because it was literally just 2 vials. That's it.
Two
It's
vials.
literally 300 like milligrams. So it's a tiny amount. It's like
300 milligrams, 300 nanograms.
It's like I can't remember what it is because it's like diluted in the thing. And he said that it's literally like 5 drops. And
The
and
thought of
you have 2
injecting
vials.
is kind of
Yeah.
scary.
I don't like
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Anyway, boys, thanks for tuning into the TRT podcast.
Yeah.
TRT podcast.
The secret word for this week is eat, cleanse, train hard. So get around it,
Rest in
boys.
pieces.
Absolutely, boys.
See ya.
See you guys next week.